instead of stressing out any further about it, I let it go, and I Googled and found, and I landed here on a meditation to reenergize, refocus, and recenter. So that's where we are. So with that, I don't have a chime to sing, so I'm just going to start, and hopefully this will be something that will allow you to go into the rest of your afternoon with more energy, to be, in whatever that happens to be, whether it's your job or you're tending to your tasks at hand or yourself or your family. So to begin with, hold your hands in either the cosmic mudra, which is right on left and thumbs together, or just the kind of the mudra for, just kind of to bring some clarity, and whatever feels good to you. And we're going to mostly do, seated is kind of easier for your hands, but if you feel more comfortable laying down, or, whatever posture is comfortable for you to receive, some rest and some words. So we'll begin. I'm going to ask you to lightly close your eyes so that what I tell you next will be without interference, without distraction, and listened to by your wisdom and not your ego. So your eyes are now feeling smooth, and your muscles no longer have to work hard to keep your eyes closed. So you're sitting comfortably, either in a chair, on the floor, cross-legged, or however you want to hold your hand, mudra, whatever's comfortable. And like I said, feel free to just relax, laying down. If you're laying down, maybe just put your hands on your heart and just relax, or out by your sides. The purpose is to kind of sit comfortably and move around until your body tells you that you have balanced internally, skeletal and muscular, and nothing seems to strain too much, like your spine, your quads are not too stretched. Your neck is straight. Your spine is like a coat rack. You can hang your shoulders gently on the rack. So let's just take some deep breaths. Fill up your lungs. All the air out. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then the next exhale, I want you to take a deep breath and then exhale and kind of make a sound that signifies you're actually present in the breath and that your body is working on creating the posture. It's called Ujjayi breath, or ocean breath in yoga. It sounds kind of like the surf of waves. Now take in another breath and visualize that you're breathing in silvery light, and it's radiant and divine, full of positive energy. Fill up every crevice in your body with this energy in the intake breath. And then when you exhale all your negative feelings, thoughts about work, deadlines, phone call you had this morning from an irate person, the guilt you feel over that little error you made that maybe nobody noticed, maybe someone noticed. Just let it all go and breathe. I'm going to do a few more breaths, just like maybe breathe like 10 breaths or so, just on your own, just kind of clearing out the cobwebs. Now I want you to relax your body. Feel your legs heavy and sinking into the ground. Feel your hips relaxing and becoming heavy. Then the hands on your lap are relaxed, heavy but feeling full of light. Now feel your stomach area feel heavy and melt into your hips. Your shoulders relax and fall slightly back, causing your spine to remain straight. Your arms feel heavy and relaxed. Your chin should be slightly pulled back to cause your head to center on your neck to balance it out. Slightly tilt your face up to greet the sunlight. Now find yourself to be in a beautiful green valley. See the surroundings, the sky, hear the birds, feel the breeze, smell the nature, and see yourself walking through this beautiful valley that you're envisioning. Your beautiful redwood trees, just magnificent in their strength and tall, towering to the sky. And the ground beneath your feet is moist, soft, moss-covered. And the occasional twig crackles under your feet as you accidentally step on it. Smell the moist, woodsy odor. Keep walking, admiring the surroundings. See the flowers, the vines climbing into tree trunks, the wild berry bushes, the little creek that's flowing along the path you're walking on. Feel the bright sunshine as the rays filter through the branches. You feel the warmth of it on your face. Just picture smiling, looking up at the sun, pausing for a moment and letting that sun hit you in the face. Just, how it does, especially if you're kind of in a dark forest and you get a patch of light on your face. It feels so smiley. See a clearing coming up, and there's a table with a big antique looking book with empty pages and a beautiful feather pen. You approach the table, you pick the pen up, dip it into the jet black ink and start writing the things you do not want to think about right now. Things about work, relationships, your shopping list, dentist appointment you need to schedule, anything that's on your mind that's maybe cluttering that, the cleanliness and the clarity of your mind. Just write it down, put it on paper. Okay, when you're done writing, put the pen down and start walking again. Now you notice that the path starts to slope slight upwards and that you start to see mountains and hills through the trees in the distance. Eventually the trees become less dense and a sloping meadow appears before you. And the meadow's full of beautiful little purple, yellow, and white flowers. And that scent changes from that kind of cool wood, kind of not quite musty, but real earthy feel, wood smell, to airy and grass and flowers mixed in the gentle wind which flows down from the mountain through the meadow, picking up the meadow scent as it glides down the slope. As you feel the breeze in your face, and the breeze continues past you and flows into the forest behind and below you. Keep walking. The path is becoming a little more steep, but the walk still feels effortless. And now the path is coiling itself up the mountain. Go up a little longer and then now stop for a minute and turn around and look back. And you'll see that you're above the tree line and the view is becoming magnificent, giving a little hint of what's to come. So let's climb further to see how the view is at the top. Don't forget to breathe. Might be, I psychologically feeling a little winded at this point, but just keep breathing. As you near the top of the mountain, you close your eyes. Don't look back yet. Savor the moment of reaching the top. Now prepare yourself and keep your focus on the rocky ground. And then take a deep, deep breath and turn around and look at the beautiful landscape. Just take a deep cleansing breath and just think about what vista you've maybe experienced before or that you can imagine. Mountains in the distance, the heavy moisture making the mountains appear as though they are a watercolor painting. Now see the ocean way in the distance. You look down, see that the redwoods appear, but they look like little blades of grass from up here, kind of like your problems. For now, what appeared as though they were 100 stories tall appear a little smaller, a little more insignificant. Sit down for a moment, catch your breath, and take in the view. And breathe. Breathe in that rest. Rest in that breath. Before we walk back down the mountain, I want you to place the following thought in your head to help you walk back down. The thought is, no task is small enough, no problem too big. I have all the energy in the world to resolve it, and I will stay energized after its resolution. No task is small enough, no problem too big. I have all the energy in the world to resolve it, and I will stay energized after its resolution. Now let's stand up and go back down the mountain. This time our pace is fairly steady as gravity is helping us move effortlessly down the rocky path. Then through the meadow, looking at those beautiful flowers, like a purple and white and yellow carpet. Then back past into the wooded path, past the enormous trees. And as we meet up with the same clearing we passed earlier, we walk up to that big table with the big, beautiful antique book and notice that what we wrote earlier has vanished. Instead, we find scribbles of what looks to be Sanskrit. We see the words Om, Namaste. We see drawn images of lotus flowers and the outline of a Buddha and a heart, X's and O's, all in soft pastels. And notice that a rose grew out of the feather pen you used. And on the bottom of the page, someone wrote for us, no task is small enough, no problem too big. I have all the energy in the world to resolve, and I will stay energized after resolution. Smile to yourself and absorb the love that someone had for you while they wrote and drew all those nice images. Feel the peace you received through that kind act. Now notice that slowly your body is becoming a mist, a heavy, dewy mist, and you evaporate and float from your vision to above your current body. Now, as the mist enters your body through your crown chakra, feel the dense mist filling your whole body, floating down through to the tips of your toes and slowly backfilling till the mist completely fills your body. Now feel the mist become flesh, bones, blood, muscles, and it makes your body very light and airy. So let's take a few grounding breaths, deep breaths to solidify our bodies, and feel that our feet have grown roots into the ground and we are connected with Mother Earth. Start feeling that your body is alive again. Feel the blood pulse through it. Feel alive. Now start wiggling your toes, fingers, shift your spine. Move your head to the right and to the left, and forwards and backwards, in slow, deliberate movement. Now, place your hands in prayer position over your heart. Let's take 3 deep breaths together with an audible exhale. Listen to these words. I honor myself. I am grateful for the vision of beauty. I am blessed. I honor the divine me. Namaste. Open your eyes slowly. And when you're ready to take your hands down, slightly bend forward and come back to the room.
Back to you, Shell, for a dedication of merit.
Thank you all. Go into the book because I love this one, even though I hear it all the time. Refuge does not arise in a particular place, but in the space within the goodness of our hearts. When the space is imbued with wisdom, respect, and love, we call it Sangha. We hope that the pain of addiction, trauma, and feeling apart actually leads us back toward the heart, and that we might understand compassion, wisdom, and change ever more deeply. As we have learned from practice, great pain does not erase goodness, but in fact informs it. May we make the best use of our practice, and whatever freedom arises from our efforts here today, may this be a cause and condition for less suffering and more safety in our world. Namaste.
Josh,